Pippen with it.
Big Rapids Cardinal hockey back for game 2 of the season. After last night's 5-1 loss to Lakeland, the Cardinals ending the Sioux Elk Showcase up in the Sioux Upper Peninsula against the Milford Mavericks, a team that's 1-1 this year. They won 5-2 earlier this season on Tuesday and then lost last night to the Sioux Blue Devils with a familiar score to the Cardinals game of 5-1. So both these two teams, with the loss last night with the same score, looking to see who can split the pair this weekend as the Cardinals and the Mavericks ready to do battle up at Big Bear Arena in Sault Ste. Marie. Cardinals in their red jerseys today, the Mavericks with their white and maroon color. They said Cardinal red on the online information for the Mavericks, but we all know as Cardinal fans, the Mavericks are not wearing Cardinal red. It's a darker, more purplish maroon-like color. But coming into today's game, the point leader for the Cardinals, Tanner Flax with his 1 goal yesterday. It was unassisted, the only Cardinal with a point so far through 1 game. And the big key was the bounce-back second and third period. They were outshot 15-1 in the first period yesterday, but it was a 0-0 game. In the second, they outshot the Eagles 19-10, and then the shots were even 12-12. And it was a 2-1 game with 4 minutes left in the third when the Eagles were able to tally 3 goals in about 2.5 minutes. And it was just one of those last-minute explosions for the Eagles, and a game that the Cardinals didn't feel like was a 5-1 game. Most people would say it doesn't really feel like a 5-1 game. It was a close game with a lot of good chances, and the Cardinals were able to get a lot of high-scoring opportunities, but the goaltender Slicker able to shut the door for the Eagles and secure that victory as they will play the Blue Devils, a couple hours from now. A 4-team showcase up here in Sault Ste. Marie, the 23rd year that they've done it, and it's always a fun time. Warm-up's underway. 4.5 minutes left on the clock as these two teams get ready for action this afternoon on Saturday before a bus ride back home through some of the snow. Lots of weather coming through the western side of the state yesterday, Thursday, and even more so today. A lot of conversation with head coach Tim Blashill, talking about the Ferris State football game that would be going on around the same time as this one back in Big Rapids, but they're obviously outdoors, going to be having to deal with the elements, similar to the Central Michigan, Western Michigan football game last Wednesday with a lot of snow, but not nearly as much as the state of New York. The state of New York had a record-setting 66 inches of snow. There's less up in the UP than there was in the lower peninsula. So luckily, up here we're fine, but we'll see about that bus ride back, about just over a 4-hour trip from the Sioux back down to Big Rapids. Lots of players getting time yesterday. It was cool to see who could kind of roll with the punches and get their first bit of high school action. A lot of new players this season. Obviously after a team last year that graduated a lot of seniors. 2 new goaltenders, both about split half the game each. 26 minutes and change for Cooper Flax, the freshman, and about 25 minutes and change for Paul Renner, the German exchange student, junior goaltender. It was 2 goals on 20 shots against Renner and 3 goals on 17 shots against Flax. And most of those goals were opportunities where the goaltenders had no shot. Second, third, fourth chance rebounds or 2-on-1s, 2-on-0s, backdoor passes. they played great. Both goaltenders played great yesterday. The team looked like they had a little bit of chemistry, but maybe just dealing with getting the rust off a bit too.